Hi everybody, welcome back. We are week number 3 of April's Spotlight Challenge. Spotlight class. And card number 3 is always my favourite. Number 3 is my favourite number. So number 3 is the third card in the set, is always my favourite card. And it looks like this. There's a lot going on this card. Quite a bit of layering. And I just absolutely adore these trees. I think they're really, really pretty. They're quite thought-provoking. And they're my absolute favourite stamp in the set. So I've focused this card just on the trees. And one thing I'm always saying to my card class customers is don't be afraid of the white space. And on these cards, there's quite a lot of white space, but I do really, really like the effect that white card can have on your cards. You've got similar layering inside this card as you have on the outside, and finished off with a nice heat embossed sentiment. Another one that says you're in my thoughts. So let's get started. In your kit, you have a card base cut from grey granite card. You have 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow card. Those are your layering pieces. And then you have 2 pieces of white card. These are going to be added to the Mossy Meadow sheets. And then you also have a strip of grey granite card, which is for your sentiment. Okay, so for these layering sheets, you can add 2 of these together. So you can add this one for your inside. There we go. So this is going inside. Okay, and there's quite a nice border of grey card showing around the edge there. Pop that to one side with your sentiment strip, and then we're just going to work on this other piece of white card to create the scene. Okay, so what I suggest you do, the first thing you do is sort of work out how far up your trees, how far up your scenery piece needs to go. So this is going to sit, the bottom of this is going to sit just above the center line of your card, okay, because you want to make sure you've got enough room for those lovely trees. So let's bring in our soft seafoam stamp pad, and I'm going to stamp this first generation, okay, and I'm putting that across the whole card. It's wider than your strip of white card, and you get something that looks like that. And then you're going to layer in this next piece over there, and you're leaving a little white border like so. Okay, almost looks like cliffs, but it's actually grass. Then it's time for the trees. So the trees, I'm using both sets of trees. I'm using the little ones and I'm using the skinny ones as well, the tall ones. And then what you're going to do is just stamp your trees very randomly across your hills. And I'm just mixing and matching my trees. Perfect. So they are my lovely trees all done. And then for the sky, I'm using Pool Party. And I'm bringing back in that scenery style, that sky image. But this time I'm going to use it upside down because I want this sort of solid edge. And I'm bringing it down so that it overlaps my trees and stamping. Like so. So it's just really, really subtle on there. There we go. That is my trees scene. I can add this now to my Mossy Meadow card. And then before I stick this on, I want to tie my linen thread around. So pop that on. I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did before, and that's just tie that down. So I stick that down with some double-sided tape to hold that in place. Hold on to that tightly, and then that gets stuck on the front of the card in the centre. Now, I'm not going to tie my bow yet. I'm going to actually stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to heat emboss this again. This is my last heat embossed sentiment, and this is You're in My Thoughts. Did I use that? I don't remember. Stamping that in. Oh, that's not very good actually. Remember, a piece of card has two sides. Much better. Okay, it was a bit too close to the bottom of the piece of card. Lovely. Angle this with your snips just slightly. And then I can stick this down. Hold onto that tightly and then attach your banner. I'm attaching it so that it goes just ever so slightly off the edge, and then now I can tie my bow. And that's it. Card number 3 is all complete. I hope you like it. It's definitely my favourite card of the set. We've got one card left to make, which I will see you all next week, same time, same place, for the final card in this month's class. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye for now.